and welcome to the evening news segment with ArewaBlue News TV. My name is Ibrahim Sufianisa with the latest top stories from the shores of Nigeria. And the latest is that Nigeria has recorded another coronavirus death. Minister of Health Osage Hanare made the disclosure at a media briefing on Monday. In his own words, he said, "Now, as of today, we have recorded 111 confirmed cases of COVID-19 in Nigeria. Until date, 3 persons have been discharged after successful treatment. But sadly, another fatality was recorded over the weekend. The 3 fatalities include 1 American who died in Ekiti State, and the global pandemic has killed over 32,000 people worldwide." Lagos State Government on Monday discharged 5 coronavirus patients at the Infectious Disease Center in Yaba Mainland Hospital, bringing to 8 the total number of discharged patients from the center. The patients, who had been quarantined at the isolation center for weeks, looked stable and unruffled, even as they expressed joy and satisfaction over the treatments that they received. They also thanked the governor for his support and proactiveness and pleaded that the health workers be given life insurance for the good job that they've done to save the lives of others in the country. Nigerian senators have agreed to donate 50% of their salaries effective from this month as the financial contributions to combat the spread and treatment of the COVID-19 in Nigeria. The acting chairman, Senate Committee on Media and Public Affairs, Senator Godiya Akwashiki, conveyed the position of senators in a statement today. Senator Akwashiki said the lawmakers were willing to sustain the gesture until Nigeria is safe from the ravages of the deadly pandemic. In his words, he said the Senate commends the effort of President Buhari and the administration towards the goal of securing the nation against the plague. He further said the Senate appeals to the citizens to comply with the directives on social distancing and observance of basic rules of hygiene as explained by public health officials as the most effective way to protect themselves, families and country against COVID-19. Abba Kyari, the Chief of Staff to the President Muhammadu Buhari, has arrived from Lagos, and according to reports, he was transferred from Abuja to Lagos to continue his treatment for coronavirus. Kyari was conveyed to Nigeria's commercial hub in an air ambulance, according to daily reports. The top government official tested positive after he returned from Germany, and Nigeria currently has over 110 cases. Meanwhile, Nigeria Center for Disease Control (NCDC) says it is looking for 6,000 people who have had contact with persons infected with the coronavirus. Governor Maimala Buni of Oyo State has directed the closure of the state borders from midnight of Tuesday, March 31st, to guide against the importation of coronavirus known as the COVID-19. He said the decision became necessary following the spike in spread of the virus in the country. According to him, in spite of the state zero status, government had taken adequate measures by establishing fully equipped isolation centers and also constituted prevention committee on the coronavirus. The governor, however, appeals to the people to cooperate with the government and relevant agencies as well as adhere to medical advices as well as avoiding crowded gatherings and observing hand washing at all times. And lastly, Oyo State Governor Oluwarotimi Akeredolu has ordered immediate closure of all markets in the state from tomorrow, Tuesday, March 31st, till further notice. The order, according to the Commissioner for Information and Orientation, Daniel Ojogo, was the disobedience by residents of the state to an earlier partial of closure of markets as ways of stemming the spread of the COVID-19 pandemic. Ojogo said the partial closure of markets across the state had excluded life-saving items such as food, water and medicines. It was learned that the decision was to order total closure of the market was after the Interministerial Committee on the Control of the COVID-19 as they presented a report to Governor Akeredolu after its meetings earlier today. At the meeting, the state epidemiologist Dr. Stephen Fagbemi gave reasons why the state must be on total lockdown like other states. He said a partial closure of markets would fail to contain COVID-19 because the markets are still crowded and that the proximity of Ondo to Lagos makes it an easy place for COVID-19 to spread easily. And another report is coming in as Buhari retracts and exempts banks from lockdown in Nigeria. President Muhammadu Buhari has made some exemptions on his lockdown order over coronavirus. The order announced on Sunday night affects Abuja, Lagos and Oyo State and is effective 11 p.m. on Monday night. However, on Monday, Buhari exempted financial services players from the movement's restrictions. A statement jointly signed by Minister of Finance Zainab Ahmed and Central Bank Governor Godwin Emefiele said this followed an appeal. It explained that exemption will enable the financial services sector, particularly banks, render skeletal services. It read in paragraphs, as he said that to ensure that Nigerians can still perform online transactions and use ATMs whilst observing these restrictions, we would like to inform the general public and all the affected stakeholders that we have obtained exemptions from the President to allow very skeletal operations in the financial system and money markets in order to keep the system in light operations during this time. The statement added that all relevant staff of affected outfits and agencies should look out for further instructions from their immediate bosses. The statement said the government was mindful of the difficulties the restrictions would bring on ordinary Nigerians and are grateful to the President for approval. And that is the end of our news segment for today. Do join us tomorrow for the exciting stories. My name is Ibrahim Sufia Nisa. Thanks for watching ArewaBlue News TV. Bye for now.
I will not stop talking until you subscribe to our YouTube channel. That's right, don't walk away.